and pretending to put some number, and of course I never saved it. I love Churan. Films और मेरे मतलब कोई रिश्ता था ही नहीं.
So let's move to the BL quickie round, and we want to know about your first salary, first paycheck, and where did you spend it?
I started working very young. I started working when I was 19 years old, and I think my first job was teaching. No, my first job was, I think, selling supari and not supari. What is it called? The churan. You know all that
Student.
चूरन जो अलग अलग प्रकार के होते हैं दिल्ली में,
Yeah.
अनारदाना वगैरह वगैरह.
Khatta
So
meetha
I think
something.
my first job was in Pragati Maidan. ये trade shows होते थे,
Delhi
and
mein.
Pragati Maidan में I used to sell, for 8 hours or 10 hours shift.
Oh my
Um,
god.
and I think it was 500 rupees for 8 hours or 10 hours of work. Um, and I did it with great pride, and I love Churan. So did it with great joy and great pride. And then of course I wanted to have a job that was closer to what I was studying and what I was interested in,
Yeah.
besides
Same here.
Churan, which I like. And I am glad though. Selling. Of course, it was tiring to stand on one's feet and for so long, but you get to observe people, and eventually it's what an actor does, and
Yeah.
and the nature of the jobs that I got in my days in Delhi also changed and became better and easier. From selling children, I was able to teach and do theater workshops for kids, uh, for this company called I Discover I. And then after that, the next job was editing children's fiction for an Australian publishing house. And and then, doing, interdisciplinary kind of teaching for this publishing house called Katha. Um, so then, as time progressed, and I started doing work that was closer to my training, since I was a student of English literature,
Yeah.
and I was interested in the dramatics once I entered college. So sorry, but the beginning was with the children,
The two
and,
were in.
and yeah, and I'm glad I'm glad. I'm still a young student and didn't have a degree, and I had to earn, and I'm very glad I have the foundation built
So,
good.
which celebrity made your heart skip a beat back in the day? Like, bachpan ke time I used to adore somebody.
No, no, बचपन के टाइम में हाँ, फिल्म्स और मेरे मतलब कोई रिश्ता था ही नहीं.
Oh,
We
Banta.
didn't grow up in a film loving family, or we weren't cinephiles,
Yeah.
and my parents we didn't really watch films like that. It was more about books and travel, because dad was in the Air Force, so we moved every
Yeah.
4 years. So people fascinated me, and books fascinated me. But we weren't movie buffs. But one celebrity that made me skip my my heart just raced, is Tabu. Oh my
Oh, wow.
God. Oh my God. हमारा इश्क पाक था ना, हमारा इश्क पाक था. I just absolutely, yeah, the mystery that she is. It's almost like it's okay if I never meet. I have met her once, very recently in Abu Dhabi, and I mumbled something, and and she said, "Please take my number."
Oh.
And I opened my phone, and she was saying her number. I pretended to put it in my phone, but I couldn't listen to the
Oh,
number,
God.
because I was like, I can't hear anything. I'm just watching her and pretending to put some number, and of course, I never saved it. And it's
Oh,
okay.
God.
It's okay. It's lovely to have admired her from afar, to learn from her as an artist, the sense of just this charm that she brings into
Yeah.
everything, and a sense of mystery. So yeah, she's the one.
So what's your go-to meal?
My go-to meal is very simple. This Bengalis eat this. It's like sheddo bhat, like boiled, boiled rice.
Yeah, I
उसमें
know
आप
boiled rice.
हाँ उसमें मतलब चावल में आप आलू डाल दो और एक अंडा डाल दो and
Oh,
then you peel the anda, you peel the aloo and you mash it all together. एक हरी मिर्ची या तो आप सरसों का तेल डालो उसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा या घी या बटर उसको सब कुछ मिक्स करके ओह माय गॉड
सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। आई एम श्योर टेस्ट भी अच्छा कर रहा होगा, बट सिंस आई एम एलर्जिक टू एग तो मैं नहीं खा सकती। बट या,
आलू
आई विल
आलू
ट्राई
आलू
सम। ओनली आलू, आलू एंड राइस। सो व्हाट्स योर अल्टीमेट चीट डे लाइक? Since you are a fitness freak, I don't think कि pizza, burger would you
ठीक है तो actually what made you
would
think that?
maintain
But thank
yourself?
you. Thank you very much for thinking that, but I'm not. I have started strength training since a year because during
Okay.
the shoot of Pataal Lok, the way I saw Jaideep do the action sequences, the kind of complex action sequences that he did, and with such elan, I was very, very inspired. And and he told me that you must do strength training. And then, of course, as a woman who's going through her perimenopause in her mid 40s, which affects our brains and bones, strength training is essential. So I think a combination of and realizing that it's not enough to just go for a walk and I've very seriously started strength training. It's been a year and I'm very, very happy for it. It's something I think more and more women, especially in their 40s, should do so that they have better health. And because life is tough enough, and with everything aching in your body, you really can't do much. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Yeah.
What would be your message for the people, who are soon to become actors or who are planning to step into this entertainment industry, this creative field? So, what three tips you would like to give to them to survive, or who are just starting up? Survival tips.
Um, to have many diverse interests, you know, if you're curious and interested about many things, and keep and enjoy being in a learner's mode, um, then one thing is sure, whether you get work or not, um, as and whenever you want it, even if you don't get work uh, soon enough, you would have grown as a human being. And if you grow as a human being, it shows in the work that you do. Because if there is nothing inside us, there is nothing we can express outside of ourselves. And if you're empty inside, you will be empty even in your expressions. And at best, you can only mimic the borrowed expressions of other people. So if you, um, want to be an actor, and, the second thing would be patience, right?
Yeah.
Because often the wait is long, and you may get something really amazing, but then the next one could take a while to come. And so the third thing would be to not equate the waiting with your own self-worth. We often feel that I'm not getting it because I'm not good enough. Um, and I think that is
Happens.
an unfair pressure. And yet at the same time, one must reflect, you know, on, yes, I'm not getting work, but what am I doing with myself so that when I do get work, I'm ready and my life is rich and I can pour myself into this part and I can see it through various lenses, because I was curious about so many things. You know?
That was quite motivating me. I am moved.